Get out of here. I didn't actually do anything with you today. That's cheating. Alright, so this is what I got done. 10 built up skeletons. Focus. For those watching my channel last year, you got to see a whole lot of old school skeletons. They're kind of thicker and less detailed. These dudes are, in comparison, amazing. The level of detail on these guys compared to the other dudes. Let me see if I can show off the musician. Yeah, awesome. I love this giant horn. The old dudes just had like these, it was like a drum that had like flesh for the skin over the top, and the actual drum itself was a skull. They're kind of cheesy. This is a lot cooler in my opinion, and the blades, man. I gotta tell you, I'm the only vampire count player that I know that just gushes over the core options. Everyone else is kind of, you know, vampire counts. Rank and file troops they leave a lot to be desired in the mechanic, but as far as look goes, I don't know. I think they're awesome. They make me want to play, just spam armies, go like full core options with supported lords and heroes and stuff, and just go ham on the spam. I'm gonna coin that term, ham on the spam. But yeah, I just love them. Their weapons are all kind of crusty and old, and their shields are all broken and stuff. And I don't want to spend too much time talking about them because they are just kind of core basic dudes. They're not anything special. They're definitely not the candy, but I love how, I gotta say, I love how even though the weapons aren't great, like they're all rusty and pockmarked and falling apart and ancient, you know, they're not the shining gold glimmering swords and pennants and stuff that other armies have. But I'm going to argue that these guys have a lot of character to them. Their weapons might not be amazing, but they are amazing in the looks department just because of how characterful they are. And look at that, that's awesome. That's like an old like pirate cutlass with like gouge marks in it and stuff. Delicious. I would take this crusty old broken blade over the sword of truth any day. For serious. Look at this dude. He's got a coffin lid for a shield. What? No, it's not going to be effective, but is it amazing? I don't think I have to answer that. Of course it is. Yeah, just, this dude is, by the way, the champion, so he's even cooler than normal, but like, look, just look how much detail and character is in this little guy. And he's supposed to be one of dozens. I have 150 in my army, at least. I think this crew puts them over 160. I think we're over 160 skeletons in this army now. I'll have to show it again. It's been a year since I've shown it on the channel, I think. Well, I've done some battle reports, but not showing the army in all of its glory. But yeah, they're really cool. One gripe is that it's not a big problem for me because, again, like I said, I have 150 already. but it kind of sucks that they are in packs of 10. They come in packs of 10, and I don't know, for an army that needs these guys, you know, by the fistful, 10 is kind of lame in my opinion. I wish the sets would come with 20, but that's wishful thinking, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, that's what I got done. I built them all up. They're a charm to build. I mean, there was no trouble at all. They go together great. The sculpts are amazing. They just kind of fit together. I'm not going to bother with any mold lines that are on them. There's actually not too many to begin with, but there's probably some on the horn there. But I'm not going to really bother with them because there's a lot of them, and I'm not gonna go through and shave all the little lines off. They'll look perfectly fine without that nonsense. So there you have it. Day 2, I was able to build up the entire kit, and let me see if I actually folded up my giant mouse pad. Yes, this is a mouse pad, by the way. It's gigantic. It's for gaming. But on the black surface they didn't really show up, so I had to fold it back. Anyway, this plastic sprue, tons of options left. Obviously, a bunch of swords because I put spears on all my guys because maybe one of you guys that play Vampire Counts 2 can answer this, but I never understood why we get the option to put swords on our guys when we get spears as an upgrade for free. So any of you that play the game and know what I'm talking about, yeah, what's the deal with that? Like, why do they even give us swords if that's the case? Why don't we just I mean, spears are a straight upgrade because you don't get rid of the swords, you just get the spear as well, and you can apparently not have them. I don't really understand that. You get to choose when to use it in the game, so there's literally no drawback to not having spears on your guys. In my opinion, maybe someone else can point something out that I'm missing. But one other thing I wanted to point out before moving on to the question. You might notice that some of the shields, I don't know if you will, some of the shields on here that I did not end up electing to use are really cool. They got that. There's a skeleton body. Come on. I'm either in the dark here or I've got weird background problems. There we go. Yeah, this guy's cool. But all these shields are, in my opinion, they're awesome and they're cool and they're well detailed, but they're too pristine for me. My army is going more for like the ancient, kind of drug out of the ground after a couple of centuries kind of thing. So they're too clean for me. So on my dudes, you'll see they're all basically wearing the busted up, pockmarked, rotten, chewed away shields and blades as well, as much as possible. So yeah, there they are. My little bad company of skeleton spearmen, warrior guys. Cool. All right, on to the question for July dose. Oh, camera, calm down. All right, so the question was, what is your favorite mini that you've painted, and extra points for showing it off? Well, it's got to be, since the Eldar have really been the only army I've been actively dealing with in recent times. Seahawks hat. Go Seahawks. Here we go. I should show this case off one of these days, by the way, too. It's a cool case. Table War. It's what I'm using for eventually my Vampire Counts as well. See if you can show the label. But yeah, it's a nice hefty duty case. Hefty duty? I don't know. I film these late at night, so after I get home from work and after everyone's asleep, so my brain starts to go to sleep as well. Anyway, so yeah, I should show this case off one of these days. Come on, open up, open sesame. There we go. So yeah, but these cases are awesome. They're thick and mighty. My Eldar case. So my favorite mini that I've painted. Well, I'm proud of a lot of the stuff that I've done. Look at this guy. Yeah, incredibly well done, in my opinion. Yellow's hard. These guys are gorgeous. Oh yeah, so this is my Eldar army. Maybe this guy? Maybe this guy's my favorite. Look how awesome he is. But one problem. This guy can't be my favorite because I didn't paint him. Oh, tricks. These guys were actually painted by my my good friend who's part of the Doll Wars slow grow escalation campaign 40K that's going on, and he's helping me paint these guys up. The dude is I don't really have words. I mean, look at this guy. Let's see if you can see if we got light, better light. Yeah, I don't know. That you can kind of see him. But yeah, this is my Farseer Strike Spirit Seer that I have. Yeah, amazing. I know this is not answering the question, but I wanted to show this guy off and kind of show off his work. But yeah, he did these, and he did a couple other things, including the Wraith Guard up here that I showed off. Yeah, really insanely good work. So, yeah. That was all misdirection. Oh, sad. I can't claim any of those guys because I didn't actually paint them. Actually, my favorite thing that I've painted, I hope I'm not covering up the mic here, my favorite thing that I've painted is probably this thing. It's not necessarily a miniature at all, but it's my Aegis defense line that I got. Oh man, I am totally blanking on the manufacturer. I think it's Micro Arts. So sorry if I am wrong. But if you do know what this is from and I am wrong, go ahead and post it in the comment section below so we actually give credit where credit is due. But this defense line is amazing. I like it, and I'm actually really proud of it because of the fact that sorry, the box is busy. This is my Skeleton Warriors box. The work on this gate is actually not necessarily amazing in and of itself, in my opinion. However, the reason it's my favorite is because it came out really well, considering that this is the first attempt that I ever did at painting entirely with an airbrush. So, and the first time I ever painted something completely with an airbrush was also the first time, you know, why not, logically, that I tried out OSL. And that's what that blue stuff is. So this is like a laser gate. It's acrylic, but, you know, it's supposed to represent, like, you know, an energy field. And so I figured it'd be cool to, like, do blue laser energy lighting on the side. So yeah, and all together, obviously there's much more than there is, but it's basically just more of the same, but it's really long. There's like 14 pieces to it or something like that. But yeah, this is it's pretty much more of the same. So yeah, this is my favorite mini that I painted. Not really a mini, but I'm proud of it because it was the first work I ever did with an airbrush, and I think the OSL turned out really well. The highlighting turned out really well. Alright, so I lied. The edge highlighting on that is obviously not done with an airbrush. That's the only thing that's not done, but everything else is airbrush. So yeah, pretty cool. Alright guys, just a side note, it's the second, obviously, and the third I will be, I'll have limited availability, and then the fourth I'll have limited availability, and then the fifth I'll have limited availability. So we'll try to get up videos every day anyway, but I'm not promising any amount of progress with those days. So we'll see where we go, but they might be just jumping on really quick to answer the question and showing kind of like barbecues and fishing and whatever else I'm up to over the 4th of July holiday weekend. Alright, there we go. July 2.